Hello student, let us start with our new chapter, that is reproduction in lower and higher animals. Chapter number 2, very important chapter of your syllabus. In that we are going to discuss about introduction, sexual reproduction in animals. This part we don't have in a reduced syllabus. Sexual reproduction in animals, fertilization, embryonic development, pregnancy, placenta, parturition, lactation, reproductive health, birth control, sexually transmitted diseases, infertility. So these are the points that we are going to discuss, but only one point we will not discuss. That is a real sexual reproduction in animals, because it is not there for your reduced syllabus. Introduction. Reproduction is a biological process of formation of new life forms from pre-existing similar lives. So there are two types of basic reproduction, or asexual reproduction, where the sexes are not involved and found in lower animals. No gamete formation, fusion of gametes takes place, therefore it is called as asexual reproduction. While in case of sexual reproduction, here the sexes are involved, found in higher organisms, gamete formation, fusion of gametes involved, therefore called as sexual reproduction. In animal, it shows two different phases, juvenile phase and reproductive maturity phase. Both periods are variable duration in animals, and after attaining the sexual maturity, three events takes place, that is a pre-fertilization, fertilization and post-fertilization. This part we don't have for this syllabus, reduced syllabus. So let us move ahead for the 2.2, sexual reproduction. As all of you know, here the sexes are involved, found in higher organism, gamete formation and fusion takes place, therefore called as sexual reproduction. Animals shows two different phases, juvenile and reproductive phase. Both periods or duration are variable, and after attaining the puberty, or you can say sexual maturity, here three events occurs: pre-fertilization, fertilization and post-fertilization. Here we are going to discuss about human reproduction. So humans are continuous breeders, sexually reproducing animals having the two types of genders, that is a male and female, and it involves sequential steps. First is gametogenesis, second one is insemination, third one is internal fertilization, next is zygote formation, embryogenesis, gestation and parturition. Then we have discussed about male reproductive organ, that is testes. It consists of external as well as internal genitalia. Male gonad is called as testes. Now here there are different ducts and glands are involved for the formation of male gamete, that is a sperm. So they are called as accessory ducts and glands. First of all, we will go through the internal genitalia. A gonad is a testes in a pair, oval shape, having a uh, particular diameter, having a particular size. There is a 4 to 5 centimeter length, 2 to 3 centimeter width and 3 centimeter in thickness. Mesodermal origin, formed in the lower abdominal cavity, later on descend into the scrotal sac through a passage called as inguinal passage. Then we have seen a small video for the testes structure. Then we have seen a TS of testes having a different layers: vaginalis, vascularis, albuginea, having a different what you call contents that plays an important role in the production of sperms, in the transport of sperm. That is germinal epithelium. After gametogenesis, produces a spermatozoa. The Sertoli cells, which is present in the seminiferous tubule, uh, function as a nourishment tissue. Next is interstitial cell, secretes a hormone called as testosterone. Then we have seen accessory duct, rete testes, vasa deferentia, epididymis and vasa deferens plays an important role for the carrying the sperms from the testes to the urethra. Next is glands, seminal vesicle, prostate gland, Cowper's gland and semen. Then we have also discussed this exercise. So here there are four different glands: seminal vesicle, prostate gland, Cowper's gland, barbourethral gland and semen. Glands, which takes a major part in functioning, is a seminal vesicle. Pair of glands lies posteriorly to the urinary bladder, secretes the alkaline seminal fluid, and it contains fructose, fibrinogen, and prostaglandins. Each content having a different function. There is a fructose gives the energy to the sperm for the movement. Fibrinogen coagulates the semen into bolus, and prostaglandins makes a faster movement of sperm into the vagina and uterus. Next gland is prostate gland, large, single, 20 to 30 lobes, located underneath, just beneath to the urinary bladder, releases milky white acidic fluid, prostatic fluid in the urethra. It contributes around 30% of the total semen and contains citric acid, acid phosphatic acid fluid, and enzymes. This acid phosphatase protects the sperm from the acidic environment of vagina. Next one is Cowper's gland or bulbourethral gland. They are paired, small, pea-shaped, situated on either side of urethra. Secretes a alkaline, viscous, mucus-like fluid which acts as a lubricant during copulation. While the semen are viscous, alkaline, milky white fluid with a pH of 7.2 to 7.77, ejaculated by the male reproductive system, around 2.5 to 4 ml ejaculated containing 400 million sperms. It contains a secretion of glands, ducts for the neutralizing nourishment and movement of sperm. External genitalia includes penis scrotum. Penis is a male copulatory organ, cylindrical, muscular with three bundles of erectile tissue. A pair of posterolateral tissue called as corpora cavernosa, a median one called as corpus spongiosum, having a swollen tip of a penis called as glans penis, and covered by a loose folded skin called as foreskin and prepuce. Then second is external genitalia scrotum, a loose pouch of pigmented skin, lies behind the penis. The two scrotal sac divided by a muscle called as tunica diatos. It's a muscle fiber. These testes are attached by the band to the scrotum called as gubernaculum. Failure of testes to descend into the scrotum called as cryptorchidism disease. It can be recorrected by a small operation, and failure results in the sterility. The cremaster and darter muscle keeps the testes away from the body and thus maintains the temperature of spermatogenesis. Next part is a female reproductive system that we will discuss in the next lecture.